The Guru Seminar, Answers for the Human Journey, by David Russo. Chapter 1. The Arrival. The hall buzzed with quiet anticipation as hundreds of seekers gathered, each carrying unspoken questions. Some sat cross-legged, others stood, waiting. Then the doors opened, and the Guru entered barefoot, in a simple white robe, his presence calm and luminous. His eyes, filled with compassion, met every gaze without judgment. A tentative voice broke the silence. "Who are you? Really?" The Guru smiled. "I am not the answer, I am your mirror. Look carefully, and you will see yourself." Confusion rippled through the crowd. "But what if we only see fear or hope?" asked a young woman. "The mirror reflects what you bring," said the Guru. "Look beyond the image, seek the silent watcher. That is your true self." An elder, voice shaking, asked, "What if I don't recognize myself?" "Then your journey has begun. Recognition unfolds like dawn slowly. Be patient. The watcher becomes your friend." A boat whisper, "What if I'm scared of what I see?" "Fear stands at the edge of truth. Welcome it. It becomes your guide." Then, from the back, "If you're a mirror, why seek a guru at all?" The Guru smiled. "A mirror needs light and care to reveal truth. A teacher does not give answers, only helps you see clearly. But the seeing must be yours." Silence returned, broken by a child's voice. "What do you see when you look at yourself?" The Guru laughed gently. "I see the same question. Who am I, really?" The mirror is a mystery. 2. The journey is endless. The joy is in seeking. The room held a gentle quiet, each mind turning inward, pondering the child's question. Then a woman's voice broke the silence. A woman asked, "How do we know which reflections are true?" The Guru replied, "Doubt and desire distort. Stillness clarifies. Truth is steady, not swayed by emotion. Trust grows through quiet observation. Watch yourself without judgment, and truth will whisper within." He paused, then concluded, "The mirror waits patiently. So must you. The arrival is only the beginning. The real journey is your own." Chapter 2. What is this breathing, this becoming? Morning light filtered through the hall, where seekers sat in a silence rich with expectancy. A young man rose, voice heavy with yearning. "Why am I here? What's the meaning of all this?" The Guru met his gaze with calm. "Life isn't a puzzle to solve, it's a rhythm to join. Meaning lives in your breath, your steps, your presence. It's not hidden. It's waiting in the now." The man replied, frustrated, "But the world is too loud. I can't hear the rhythm." The Guru answered gently, "The music is inside you. Feel your breath, your skin in sunlight, a child's laughter. Meaning arrives when you fully enter the moment." A woman asked quietly, "What if I'm afraid? What if I fall apart?" The Guru smiled with tenderness. "To live deeply includes fear. Let your heart stay open even when it shakes. Pain gives beauty its depth. You don't need to be perfect, only present. Even trembling is grace." An older man asked, "Should I abandon ambition and duty?" The Guru's voice grew firm. "Not at all. Wake up inside your life. Build, care, love, but do it with attention. Purpose isn't distant, it's in how you walk, whether with love or fear. Every task becomes sacred with presence." A young girl whispered, "What if I feel only silence?" The Guru replied, "Silence is not emptiness, it's where truth waits. Don't rush to fill it. Your song lives there. Let it come back in its own time." Then a worn voice from the back asked, "How do we live open-hearted in a world so full of sorrow?" The Guru's eyes deepened. "Living fully means holding both joy and grief. Let pain carve you open, it makes space for compassion. Grief is part of the rhythm, love must move. Joy doesn't come after pain, it blooms through it." He concluded softly, "Your heart is wide enough to hold it all, the ache and the awe. That's your strength. Purpose isn't a treasure at the end. It's showing up present, honest, alive in each moment." Chapter 3. Where does peace dwell? Afternoon light filled the meditation hall, casting gold across worn floorboards. A hush lingered, not empty, but alive. From the circle of seekers, a weary woman rose. "My mind never stops," she said. "Anxiety hums constantly. I try to calm it, but it grows louder. Where do I find peace?" The Guru met her with steady compassion. "Peace isn't found by effort or control. It's not a reward, it's what arises when we stop wrestling with the moment. Let go of the need to fix or compare. Just be." She frowned. "But letting go only makes the noise louder. Thoughts are like rushing water," the Guru replied. "Trying to stop them is like gripping a river. Instead, step back, watch. There is a stillness within you, not the current, but the bank beside it. That is where peace begins. A young man leaned in. When I sit in silence, I feel nothing, just cold, emptiness. That emptiness is not wrong, the Guru said. It's not the absence of peace, it's the space where peace can arise. It's the silence before the music. Stay with it, another woman whispered. Maybe peace isn't meant for someone like me. Peace is not a prize for the few, the Guru replied. It is your natural state, just hidden beneath years of noise and fear. You haven't lost it, you've only forgotten. A voice asked, how do we begin? The Guru smiled gently. Start with awareness. Let emotions pass like weather, no clinging, no resistance. Return to your breath, pause, breathe with intention. These small moments will weave peace into your life, breath by breath. Then, from the center, a man asked, what about when peace feels impossible, when the world is burning? The Guru's expression grew grounded. Peace isn't escape, it's strength. It doesn't ignore suffering, it steadies you within it. Like roots in a storm, peace holds you not by avoiding pain, but by standing fully in truth without being consumed. The man exhaled deeply, releasing something long held, and the Guru offered a final truth. Peace is not a distant shore. It is here beneath the nose, behind the fear. You don't need to chase it. You only need to return, again and again, one breath at a time. Chapter 4. And what of love? Evening light bathed the hall as seekers gathered in silence, hearts open. A man stood, voice trembling with grief. I don't know if love is real anymore. After all I've been through, it feels like a myth. The Guru met his sorrow with deep understanding. Love is real. But what we often call love is need, fear, or barter. True love doesn't complete you, it flows from knowing you already are whole. The man asked, but isn't love about needing someone, being connected? Need is often fear disguised, the Guru said. True love doesn't grasp, it offers. It comes from fullness, not emptiness. Love given freely, not demanded, becomes a blessing, not a bargain. A young woman leaned in, unsure. So love isn't dependence? No, the Guru replied. It is freedom. Love is choosing someone again and again, not from lack, but from delight. In love rooted in freedom, both hearts grow. A mother holding her child asked quietly, how do we keep loving when love has broken us? The Guru's voice softened. Pain reveals where love became possession. Heartbreak is the teacher, it shows us how to love with open hands, to treasure, not trap. Let go, and love can become gentle again. The man sat down, quieter now. So, love is freedom. Yes, the Guru said, not to halves clinging, but to whole souls dancing. Love is not a cage, it is movement, mutual and alive. A voice from the silence, a tearful woman asked, if love is wholeness, why do we feel so broken, so afraid to love again? The Guru's eyes held her gently, because true love requires us to be seen, and when we've been hurt, we learn to hide. But your wounds are not flaws, they are doorways, he continued. Start by meeting yourself with compassion. Hold your pain with patience. As you heal, the armor softens, and love begins to flow not from fear, but from essence. You stop chasing perfect love and begin becoming it. She closed her eyes, something inside her releasing. The Guru finished, love never left you. It waits not in another's arms, but in your own being. When you return to yourself, you see, love has always been yours to give, and always enough to receive. Chapter 5. Why do we suffer? As late afternoon light filled the hall, a teenager stood, voice trembling. Why is life so painful? Why do we suffer? The Guru met him with quiet compassion. Pain is part of life, it comes and goes like seasons. But suffering arises when we resist pain. When we say, this shouldn't be happening, suffering is the story we wrap around pain. The teen frowned. What do you mean by resistance? Resistance is the inner struggle against reality, the Guru said. When you let go of the fight and accept what is, even pain begins to soften. Acceptance isn't weakness, it's strength. A woman asked, but how can I accept pain without giving up? The Guru responded, acceptance means seeing clearly, without denial or judgment. It stops the cycle of struggle and opens the door to wisdom. Pain can become a teacher if we allow it. The teenager asked, a teacher of what? Of attachment, fear, and identity. Pain reveals or we hold too tightly. It teaches compassion, patience, and resilience. It invites us to grow. An older man, voice worn by hardship, asked, "But what if the pain feels too much?" The guru's gaze softened. Strength isn't the absence of pain, but staying open through it. Like a river flowing around rocks, not fighting them. True strength comes from surrendering to life's flow, not resisting it. The guru's words settled over the room like late afternoon light, gentle yet unwavering. Each student felt the weight of their own struggles, softened by acceptance. A young woman, eyes filled with tears, asked, "If suffering comes from resistance, how do I stop resisting pain that feels so unfair?" The guru replied gently, "Start by acknowledging, this is what's happening. Let the pain be, without trying to fix or flee. Acceptance doesn't mean liking it, it means being honest with it. Over time, this creates a quiet space within you untouched by pain. From that space, healing begins." He paused, then said, "You are not giving up. You are choosing peace over struggle. Suffering is not your destiny, it's a habit that can be unlearned. When you stop fighting the river, you learn to float, and in that floating, you find freedom." Chapter 6. What is success? In a hall buzzing with quiet anticipation, a businesswoman stood and asked, "Guru, I've achieved a lot, but still feel something is missing. What is true success?" The guru smiled gently. "Success is not titles, wealth, or applause. These are surface reflections. True success is alignment when your actions reflect the truth of your soul." She frowned. "But what if my truth doesn't match society's definition of success?" Society's standards are like waves, they change. Your soul is the ocean beneath. When your life reflects your deepest values, you are successful, even if no one notices." A young man added, "But isn't recognition important?" "Recognition can be a gift, but it must not guide your path." The guru replied, "If you chase approval, your direction shifts with every opinion. Real success is rooted in knowing who you are." From the back, a woman asked softly, "How do I find alignment? How do I know my soul's truth?" "Begin by listening," the guru said. "What brings you peace, joy, and meaning? What values do you hold sacred? When your actions arise from these, you live in alignment, not from fear, comparison, or obligation." He paused. "It takes courage to live your truth, especially when it defies expectations. But that path brings freedom and fulfillment, not just achievement." The room seemed to hum with reflection. Among the students, a young woman stirred, her voice tentative, yet carrying the weight of years spent following others' expectations. A young woman asked, "What if I feel lost, buried under years of doing what others expected?" The guru's gaze softened. "That's common. We're taught to look outward for worth. To rediscover yourself, begin with stillness and curiosity. Reflect on moments you felt alive and honest. Use tools like journaling, solitude, or nature to peel back the layers of expectation." He continued, "Your truth isn't a fixed destination, it evolves with you. Be patient. Trust that beneath the nose, your essence is waiting to be heard." The woman nodded, a quiet hope stirring in her eyes. The guru concluded, "Success isn't a prize, it's a path. And when your steps align with your soul, even the smallest moments become a quiet kind of joy." Chapter 7. How do I release? As the day dimmed into twilight, the hall grew hushed thick with unspoken grief. An elderly man rose, his voice trembling, "Guru, I lost my wife last year. I don't know how to let go. The emptiness won't leave me." The guru met his gaze with deep compassion. "Letting go doesn't mean forgetting," he said gently. "It means learning to love without grasping, allowing love to change form, from clinging pain to quiet presence. Grief is sacred, but when we live in it too long, we stop living." The man asked, "But if I let go, don't I lose her?" "No," the guru replied. "You lose only the illusion that holding on keeps her near. True love frees it, transforms into something you carry within, not chase outside of you." Another seeker asked, "Does letting go mean forgetting the ones we loved?" "Not at all," said the guru. "Remembering honors love. But clinging to what can't return keeps you from receiving what life still offers. Letting go is opening, not erasing." A young man asked, "How do I start?" The guru responded, "Begin by feeling your grief fully without judgment. Let sorrow rise and fall like waves, don't force release, breathe with it. Letting go is a practice, not an event." A hush settled over the hall. From the corner, a woman's voice, barely above a whisper, carried a quiet fear. "I'm scared that letting go means losing myself or the love I held." The guru's voice was soft but clear. "You don't lose love, you carry it differently. When you release attachment, Love doesn't disappear, it becomes your strength, your softness, your light, he continued. Letting go isn't abandoning love. It's freeing it, and in that freedom, you return to yourself whole, open, alive. He smiled, calm and steady. Grief is love's shadow. But love, when released from fear, shines brighter than ever. And in that light you are never alone. Chapter 8. Can people change? As twilight deepened, a woman stood, eyes brimming with emotion. Guru, she asked, will my father ever change? He's caused so much hurt. I keep hoping he'll become who I wish he could be. The Guru met her with compassion. People don't change because we want them to, he said gently. Change must come from within when a person remembers who they truly are beneath their pain, fear, and habits. She lowered her gaze. But how do I help him see? You can't force awakening, the Guru replied. Your task is not to fix, but to shine. Your peace and truth can inspire, but the journey must be their own. A young man asked, what if they never change? Then you keep living your truth, the Guru said. Not everyone awakens quickly. Some resist for years. Your light still plants seeds. Your peace is not wasted. A mother asked, how do I protect myself if love keeps hurting me? Protecting yourself is part of love, the Guru affirmed. Love without boundaries is not love itself. Abandonment. Step back if needed. Guard your peace. Your well-being matters. The first woman's voice returned, quiet but earnest. The first woman asked again, if he may never change, how do I let go of hope and find peace? The Guru's voice softened. You find peace by releasing the need to control another's path. Let your hope be a gentle wish, not an expectation. Accept what is, not with defeat, but with understanding. Love without attachment frees you. And what about forgiveness? She whispered. Forgiveness, the Guru said, isn't forgetting or excusing, it's freeing yourself from the burden of pain. It's how you heal, whether or not the other person ever changes, he concluded. You become the change the world needs, not by changing others, but by becoming free, peaceful, and true within yourself. Chapter 9. How do I know what's right? A young man stood, eyes full of uncertainty. Guru, he asked, there are so many choices, how do I know which path is truly right for me? The Guru smiled gently. You know the right path when your heart is quiet and your breath is deep. When a decision brings peace, not just excitement or approval that is your compass. The man looked uncertain. But my mind is noisy, full of doubts, fears, expectations. How do I hear that quiet heart? Stillness is the way, the Guru replied. Meditation, nature, solitude, they help you hear the wisdom that whispers beneath the noise. Your true self speaks in calm, not in fear or pressure. A woman asked, what if others don't understand my choice? They don't have to, the Guru answered. If the path aligns with your soul, it doesn't need approval. Right choices often look strange to others, but they bring you home to yourself. Someone in the back questioned, but what if I choose wrong? There are no wrong choices, the Guru said. Only paths that teach. Even detours reveal truth. Trust that each step shapes who you're becoming. The young man's voice trembled again, carrying the lingering weight of doubt. Even when I feel peace, fear still shows up, fear of failure, of judgment. How do I keep walking? The Guru's voice softened. Fear is not the enemy, it is a sign of growth. Don't wait for it to vanish. Walk beside it. Name it. Breathe through it. Let your inner knowing be louder than your fear, he concluded. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the strength to move anyway. Trust your quiet wisdom. Walk step by step. You are not lost, you are unfolding. Chapter 10. How do I overcome fear? As golden light faded from the hall, a woman stood, voice trembling. Guru, I'm afraid of failing, being alone, being rejected. I try to push it away, but it always returns. How do I overcome it? The Guru met her pain with silence, then answered gently. Fear is not your enemy, it is your teacher. Most try to conquer fear by running, suppressing, or denying it. But fear points to where trust is missing, where wounds still wait to be held. The woman asked softly, so I'm supposed to sit with it? Yes, he said. Don't fight fear. Greet it with compassion. Most fear is the voice of a younger self longing to be heard and loved. It doesn't dissolve through force but through care. A man asked, isn't courage the opposite of fear? No, the Guru replied. Courage grows from fear. True strength is moving forward with a trembling heart, not an absent one. The brave are those who befriend their fear, Tears welled in the woman's eyes, not fear anymore, but release. The woman's voice returned, steadier this time. If I stop fighting fear, how do I know when to act? Won't fear always tell me to stop? The guru's gaze deepened. You move with fear, not against it. Let clarity, not panic, guide your steps. When you listen with patience, fear softens, it becomes a whisper, not a scream. He added, you don't need to be fearless to act. Hold fear in one hand and faith in the other. As you grow, fear shrinks not because it vanishes, but because you've expanded beyond it. He concluded softly. Fear only controls you when you resist it. When you love it, fear becomes a doorway, not a wall. Walk through, and you begin to find freedom. The woman sat down, lighter. Her fear wasn't gone, but she no longer felt ruled by it. Chapter 11. What does it mean to awaken? The hall had grown deeply still, not from exhaustion, but from reverence. A young seeker stood, his voice steady but searching. Guru, how do I awaken? I've meditated, studied, followed teachers, but I feel stuck. How do I truly wake up? The Guru smiled gently. Awakening is not a goal to reach, he said. It's not a mountain to climb, but a remembering of what has always been true. The truth of who you are is already here, hidden not by darkness, but by distraction. The seeker frowned. If it's here, why can't I see it? Because the mind is noisy, the Guru replied. Thoughts, identities, and stories blur your original nature. But beneath the nose, even for a breath, there is clarity. That is awakening, seeing through illusion. Someone asked, is awakening just silence? Not silence as absence, but as clarity. The Guru said, it's not about having no thoughts, it's about not believing every thought. Awakening is the end of seeking something outside yourself. You are not becoming, you are remembering. The seeker spoke once more, a hint of worrying in their voice. I've had glimpses, but I always fall back asleep. Will I ever stay awake? The Guru's voice softened. Do not measure awakening by its length, he said. You will forget, and you will remember. Let forgetting be part of the rhythm. Each return thins the veil. Even distractions can become part of the path if you meet them with awareness. The seeker asked, so awakening is a process, not just a moment, it is both? The Guru replied. There is the sudden flash and then the daily practice of living it. In how you speak, walk, love, and wait, awakening is not escape, it is presence. He concluded, you are not far, you are not late. Your longing itself is a sign of light already rising in you. Trust it. Stay close to stillness, it remembers the way. The room remained silent, not in uncertainty, but in awe. Chapter 12. The last question. The seminar hall had grown still, no longer filled with questions, but with reverence. As the Guru prepared to leave, a child's voice rose from the back, innocent and clear. Guru, are you magic? The Guru turned and smiled, not in amusement, but in recognition. Kneeling to meet the child's gaze, he answered, yes, but so are you. The only difference is I remember. A gentle warmth passed through the room. Magic isn't tricks or illusions, the Guru continued. True magic is present, seeing beauty where others see nothing, hearing what's unspoken, loving without needing a reason. That kind of magic lives quietly inside you. The child asked, so, I forgot my magic, only for a little while, the Guru whispered. But you're already remembering. A final question, the child pressed on. If we all have magic, why do grown-ups look so sad? The Guru stood, his voice tender. Because somewhere along the way, we trade wonder for worrying. We stop noticing what is, and start fearing what might be. We forget to laugh, to trust life, and to remember that our worth was never something to earn, it was always ours. He looked out over the room. You are not sad because life lacks meaning. You are sad because you've drifted from your own aliveness. That the child in you, the one who still knows how to see, is waiting, patiently, for you to return. The room sat in sacred stillness. You don't need to become someone new, the Guru said gently. You only need to remember who you were before the world told you to forget. Then he turned and walked quietly through the open door. No applause, no farewell, just silence, full, radiant, and alive. And in that silence, the real seminar began, not from a stage, but within.